This is First Up with Kane Cornes. I'm Sarah, Olle and Kane. We head straight to the MCG, where the only thing wilder than today's Melbourne weather was the finish between the Giants and the D's. Lockie Keefe, in the end, the unlikely hero, after being monstered all day by Max Gawn. In the end, it was a 3-point win to the visiting team.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game of footy in really tough conditions, as you said. And in the end, the toughest and most organised team won that game of footy. But to kick two back half transition goals in the last quarter, so it was 3-1 in the last quarter. That man, Finn Callaghan, was just enormous once again. He had 9 in the last quarter. He had the 4 score involvements. He was involved in everything in his run and carry. That kick from Cadman was just beautiful to Toby, who was also enormous in the last quarter. He had 11 in the last quarter and 4 score involvements in that goal there. So if that wasn't bad enough for Simon Goodwin, then Finn Callaghan comes off and he goes to Adam Kingsley. What am I doing?
He's right though, right?
Why am I 100% he's right. And I think King has handled it really well. So he's stalking the coach here on the interchange bench, walking up and down saying, get me back on. You can see the time there. And he did get back on. And he got back on at the right time, because have a look at this gather in the middle of the ground. How smart, how tough this is. He just wanted it more, willed himself, got it out. And the veteran Callum Ward, this kick here to Lockie Keefe, as you said, was so smart, because Gawn was back in the hole and then an unlikely hero. Did you think that was going through?
I'll put my hand up and say absolutely not. Was it on your bingo card, Kane?
I was about to text you in the WhatsApp and say, he's no chance of kicking this. He hit it so sweetly and through it went, and then the Giants held on. Their only game at the MCG, which is an absolute disgrace. But how important is this win for them when you look at the amount of travel that they've got? Their home ground is being used for other things, but that's what it looks like. Their next 8 games, Sarah, there's one game at home. They get the rough end of the stick more than any other team, and the Victorian teams just don't know how good they've got it when you look at one game at the G and that record in the next 8 games.
It certainly makes it tough indeed, but they've shown that they can do it. Adam Kingsley's side, Kane. Just a word on the D's before we move on. They lost today, but I don't think they lost any friends, did they? I loved the exuberance of youth. We saw the 6 fresh faces, the 5 debutants, and I thought that Xavier Lindsay, with his cleanliness, really exemplified all of that.
Yeah, they love him. They just think he's so composed. And didn't he use the ball well today? I've always really liked their group of under 24s, and there's some not in the side at the moment. Losing Stephen May hurt, because they pride themselves on doing those disciplined things and defending really well. So to concede those 2 transition goals in the wet late, Simon Goodwin would be furious with that. And there was a few times where they fumbled in the goal square, coughed up easy goals. So it was a really strong performance, but it's a flattening one, because they were in a position, halfway through that last quarter where they just should have been winning that game of footy.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.